It has been a hot minute since I posted a video, and today I would like to talk about transitioning back to school during a pandemic, whether that's online or in person, and managing your mental health during that. Definitely not an easy feat for a 5 to 6 minute video, but let's give it a whirl. I want to have a little bit of real talk before we jump right in, because I definitely want to acknowledge the natural ups and downs of being alive right now during a pandemic, political climate, turmoil, racial injustices, all the things going around. And so I want to say that I'm having my own ups and downs as we go, and I'm just trying to use some of the tools that I've discussed or will discuss in this video to stay as mentally well as possible. But by no means am I saying that every day should be fine and dandy and ignorant and oblivious or anything like that. I also would love if you could like and subscribe to this video. It really helps promote future videos, and let's get into it. Social isolation is a leading factor to experiencing depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. So one thing that I highly recommend is seeing if your university is offering process groups or online groups so that you can connect with your peers, even if you can't be in the same physical space as them. Go onto your university college counseling center website and see what groups are being offered. There might be process groups or other relatable things so that you can kind of combat those feelings of social isolation before they even start. Perhaps you're having even more private time than usual, and this could be a blessing in disguise. Consider taking some of the private time where you might feel lonely to really practice self-care, whether that's reading a book, educating yourself on current things that are going on in the world and finding ways to be a better advocate, meditations, journaling, or even try to see about picking up a new hobby, whether that's looking into new recipes, music, art. Music's one of my favorite things. I love to put together playlists for different moods and then tap back into the music when I need to kind of check out of whatever thoughts are flying through my mind. Totally random, but my cat thinks that she is an outdoor porch cat. Order a gigantic puzzle and complete it with your roommate. This sloth puzzle is literally my favorite. You know those hobbies you used to love but kind of neglected as you got busy? Aw, my cat was scared. My next tip is so important, and I find myself getting stuck in this too, especially the more free time that I have, and that is really limiting your media and social media exposure, figuring out what feels healthy and wholesome for you, and making that decision for yourself. What I suggest is doing kind of like an internal check-in with yourself daily, maybe several times a day. When you log onto your social media, how do you feel? What's your mood? And when you log off, has your mood shifted? Do you feel drastically worse? Do you feel a little bit better? Are some of the accounts that you follow kind of taking up your time but not really creating any bonus or excitement in your life? Consider doing these check-ins and checking in at the end of the week to see if maybe you're spending a little bit too much time online and finding out maybe something else that would be a little more wholesome for you. Let's talk a little bit about feelings. So one thing that I really want to emphasize is that it is okay to honor your feelings. There are going to be moments that you feel good, and it's okay to feel good. It's okay to dance around or do whatever you do when you're feeling blessed and in a good mood. And it's also just as okay to acknowledge the times that you're feeling bad. We're in a nationwide emergency right now, and so our moods are going to be up and down, and that's not something that means there's something inherently wrong with anybody. On the same note, it's also just as okay to lay in bed and watch some Netflix. Maybe you're feeling tired, maybe you're feeling drained and you just want to tap out or take a little nap. I think the most important part is acknowledging when we're starting to feel so bad that we need to seek support, or maybe we don't want to get out of bed and we need to talk to somebody about it. One thing that I've learned over the years and have worked with many clients on is understanding that our bodies are really good sources of sending our mind a message when we need something. The body often sends us physical signals that maybe there's an anxiety or we're feeling really down. And I think there's a point when you notice you might not be wanting to get out of bed or do activities that you used to want to do, that it is important to seek support, whether that's a university counseling center, a mentor, friend, family member back home. And one thing I want to acknowledge is that some people might be returning back to campus while other people may be doing courses online. And I think there's a lot of feelings that might come up with that. Maybe feeling judgmental that people are returning back to campus, or maybe feeling a little bit sad, jealous, wishing that you could go back too, but also wanting to do what you feel is right for you. It's really important to kind of suspend our judgment as we allow people to make the decisions that feel the most fitting for them. And it's also okay to feel envy or sadness that maybe somebody's getting to go back while you're not. This is a time where honoring our emotions rather than pushing them out, neglecting them, or trying to deny them. I think the more that we deny our feelings, the more that we feel stuck and have trouble connecting and relating with others. So if there's any message that this video is sending, I hope it is really showing you that our emotions are all valid and we can listen to them, and sometimes our emotions want to take over us. And at that point, it might be helpful to find somebody to talk to and not feel so stuck. I really hope that this video was helpful, and I'd love to keep making more videos on taking care of your well-being during a pandemic. So comment below with suggestions for future videos, and please give this video a like and subscription if you haven't already.